All right, welcome to my pizza making video with beef chuck pot roast. Okay, so if you've been following me on my other videos, you saw how I made my beef chuck pot roast in my pizza oven. Now we're going to make a pizza with that. Okay. We've done this with tri-tip before. We thought we should do it with beef chuck pot roast. You can see it's done kind of medium. It's delicious the way it is. But guess what? It's gonna be even more delicious on our pizza. Now, this dough is not the pizza dough. It's our Barbary dough. That's a whole another video you can watch. The difference is this is a little bit fluffier, puffier, and it's more delicious. So here we go. So we're gonna roll out our dough with our fingers, not a roller. Doing this with your fingers gives it a more puffier texture. You'll see that once it comes out of the oven. So we're gonna just glaze this with a little bit of olive oil. All right, so we got the olive oil on there. I'm gonna brush it around. You can put as much or as little as you like. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more, just a few drops, just to coat everything pretty evenly. All right, yeah. The olive oil will give the dough a nice little glaze. You can see the dough is already bubbling up, because it's a little bit different than a pizza dough. It's a Barbary dough. So I call this Barbary pizza beef chuck pot roast pizza. All right, here we go. So we got that down. So next, what we're going to do is we're gonna put our cheese in there. We got these nice little mozzarella balls, which we've sliced them into pieces. We're gonna cut them into chunks. We're gonna kind of be messy with it, because messy is beautiful. Just like that. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I wanna take a, this thing looks, I couldn't resist that, sorry. Now, this is a meat lover's pizza, so if you don't like meat, don't watch. There's gonna be a lot of this delicious chuck pot roast, Santa Maria style, barbecue flavor, herb rub. We'll put that on there. All right. So, well, this is pretty much like how I did my tri-tip, but we're gonna give it a little bit of a twist here. We have our tomatoes. Should be sliced in half. You can even put them whole, but I like them sliced in half like that, because I think they cook better. It's a little bit of basil right there. Why not? If it wants to get on there, we'll let it. Put it right there in the middle. Never say no to basil. All right. And then, this is what we're gonna do different this time. We're gonna get some fresh corn that was given to us with by one of our farmers nearby here. This is right off the field. You can see how beautiful. Look at the color on this thing. We are so fortunate to have neighbors here that are so kind and generous that they give us such delicious harvest just out of the kindness of their heart. So yeah, be kind to each other. Be the change you want to see in the world. Otherwise, this whole thing is not going to work out. If you're waiting for your government officials to do what you want them to do, be the change, they never will, because they're all looking out for their own best interest. All right. So we got this going here. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Parmesan Romano Asiago cheese, just because I really love this cheese on top of here. And this puppy is gonna go in our pizza oven, which is rocking at 500 degrees. Meet you by the pizza. All right, here we go. We're going in the oven. We're rocking at about 450 degrees. Yeah, look at that. All right, so we're gonna put the cover on the pizza oven. We're gonna let it go for a few minutes and check back with it. Okay, so as we talked about in our other videos, you wanna make sure you turn your pizza around because you don't wanna let it cook more on one side than the other. So we're gonna let that be another few minutes and we'll check that. All right, so here we go. We got our pizza. We got our beef chuck pot roast with corn, fresh tomatoes from our garden on Barbary bread. Okay, so we're gonna let this rest a bit before we slice it up and show you what it looks like. All right, so here we are. Our pizza has cooled down. We're gonna slice it up. You can hear the crunch in the crust. This is our beef chuck pot roast pizza with corn, a little bit of a twist there. But we made this on our Barbary bread, not our regular pizza bread, which is very similar, of course. Either way, you can't go wrong. But I want to show you the beautiful puffiness of this crust. Absolutely gorgeous. The tomatoes and the corn, fresh from our neighbor's farm. Tomatoes from our garden. Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna use the rest of this pot roast that we made in our pizza oven tomorrow morning, Sunday, for Sunday brunch. We're gonna make breakfast. Join us for breakfast tomorrow morning. See you then.